What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss a perplexing middleweight bout this Saturday, UFC 311. But guys, before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got Kevin Holland taking on Reinier in the middleweight division in a fight that it's a pretty interesting matchup, right? You got Kevin Holland, who always steps up, win or lose, has been very up and down the past 3, 4 years. Burst out of the scene within the UFC. I think it was UFC Fighter of the Year 2020. Just showed up, fought. I think he went 6 for 6 that year, finishing the likes of guys like Jacare Souza. Just really just burst onto the scene. They call him Big Mouth for a reason. He's the trailblazer. Every time he steps into the octagon, he is a must-see show. But sometimes he doesn't show up. And not in the sense that it's a lot of these 185ers, man, they just don't want to buckle down and cut down to 170. Now, I know Kevin Holland's a big guy, he's a tall guy, but I know if he really just stopped taking short notice fights, did training camps, stuck down to 170, he's a top 7 fighter in the world. At 185, he could still definitely find himself possibly in a ranked position, but these boys, man, they're just so big. They're just so big at that weight class. It's just wild. But, he really seemed to had put himself in a really good position at 170 before he fought Jack Della Maddalena. But that fight was, I don't know, that was a strange fight. I remember even just watching it live. Just weird, a weird matchup. And then just got outclassed by Michael Venom Page. Came back, got the technical submission over Michal Oleksiejczuk, and the Roman Dolidze fight, I don't remember. I don't remember that fight. I remember him getting hurt and they had to call the fight. And I don't really remember how it was looking for him that way. But if he broke a rib, probably wasn't looking good for him. And that's my issue with Kevin Holland at 185. He's just undersized. He just gets outpowered by these guys. And against Reinier de Riddier, or De Ritter, I don't know how you say it. But he, coming off of the submission victory over Gerald Mearshart, he did not really look great doing it. Very sloppy. When you're out, when you're getting outstruck by Gerald Mearshart, and you're a former champion at ONE FC, and I know that Renier's bread and butter is not in the striking department, but when you're out there getting outboxed by Gerald Mearshart, that's a problem, right? And yeah, he was able to find the submission later on, but that was just blood, sweat, and tears type of fight. Very dirty, very sloppy fight. And if he shows up like that against Kevin Holland, who's pretty sharp in the striking department, and I think that, wrestling-wise, Reinier doesn't really offer all that much, and neither does Kevin Holland. So I'm not really sure how this fight's going to get to the ground, but if it gets to the ground, I think Kevin Holland, he's no slouch. I don't really think he's going to be in that much danger. A guy who was able to literally knock Jacare Souza out on the ground, from bottom position. And I think that if we get that type of Kevin Holland, Reinier de Ritter is going to be in a lot of trouble. But it really all depends if Big Mouth shows up or not. And this is it's just a weird fight. It's a good fight because it really shows now, okay, Reinier, you got your victory. You got it by finish. It wasn't pretty, but now we have to put you in a step up of competition against a guy like Kevin Holland, who, yeah, he has his holes, but he's pretty formidable everywhere and dangerous as hell. Phenomenal striker. Uses his length beautifully. Great teep kicks, body kicks. His jab straight is just phenomenal. He's frustrating. He talks to you, gets in your face. So yeah, I don't know. In this fight, I have Kevin Holland, but Reinier reminds me a lot of Dricus du Plessis, where it's he's sloppy, but he's effective. So I can see De Ritter getting it done, but just not looking good again in the same sense. I don't know. That's kind of my take on this fight. It's a weird toss-up where I think Kevin Holland will get it done, but Reinier surprised me in that Mearshart fight, so he might surprise us again. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think? Kevin Holland or Reinier de Ritter? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. But guys, that's going to do it for today. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.